Welcome back, and in this video I'll be showing you around a typical budget hotel room in Japan, in this case the APA Hotel in Akihabara, Tokyo. There's actually a few APA hotels in this part of town, but I'll show you the Akihabara Station North building, situated about 5 or 10 minutes walk from the main JR station, and the bustle of Tokyo's aptly named electric town. Amazingly, just a couple of streets away it becomes much more peaceful than the touristy area that's nearest to the station, which makes it much more relaxing, but also being very close to the action when you want it. APA is a budget hotel chain with over 300 locations across Japan, and they aim to deliver decent quality at a reasonable price. I'd say it's roughly similar to what UK visitors would expect from, say, a Premier Inn, albeit smaller. Single or double non-smoking rooms start at around 16 to 18,000 yen per night, so that's roughly $100 per night at the time that I made this review. I paid for 2 nights at the Akihabara Station North Hotel in mid-May 2024, which cost me just under £200 including taxes through booking.com. Now you may find cheaper deals directly through the APA website, but booking or hotels may be running deals or promotions that could work out better for you. Make sure you book with your full name and your passport though for the smoothest check-in when you arrive at the hotel. As you enter the reception, you'll find the check-in desk on the right and short-term luggage storage on the left. Meanwhile, towards the back of the reception is a small shop area with snacks and drinks, as well as an ice machine and a microwave oven right at the back. You can get the lift or the elevator near to the entrance of the hotel to take you to your floor.
So here's my corridor on the 4th floor, and you'll notice that it's part indoors and part open to the elements. Fortunately today it's a nice sunny day, but if it is raining, you have got a bit of shelter here, but you will notice that there is quite a busy and noisy road outside my room, and you will hear it inside unfortunately, but I was so tired I slept very well last night. Here's the key that I got when checking in. Now I have already spent one night in here, but I've tried to keep it as tidy as possible. First thing you need to do is put the key in this part here to activate the power. I'm just gonna lock the room for security. And let's have a look. So the first thing that you'll see up here are some hangers. There's no room for a wardrobe in one of these small rooms, so you can hang your coats up here. Next up, a large mirror for checking yourself out in the morning before you start your daily vlog. Below the mirror here, we've got some slippers. It is very common in Japan for you to take your shoes off at the door and to wear slippers inside a hotel. That is the correct etiquette. And in fact, in some places, in some temples, you will need to take your shoes off. There'll be signs for that and they provide slippers for you. We've also got a couple of bins here, one for general waste and one for recycling. Now, if you can already hear a Japanese voice in the background, that's because the TV has automatically come on. So I'm just gonna go straight to that. This is a small room, but that is a giant TV on the wall, absolutely packed with information, including the Wi-Fi details right here, when you're supposed to be checking in and checking out, when the cleaner's gonna come. And in the corner here, they actually, in between some adverts, have some nice little tourist tips. But I'm just gonna turn that off. You'll see here that the remote control is in a plastic bag for cleanliness, so we'll just get rid of the TV there and return to this part of the room tour. Now you'll probably already know that Japanese rooms are on the small side, but they're designed absolutely perfectly to maximize that space. So let's see what we've got. First off, the bathroom. You'll notice that there's actually quite a big step here to go up. That's not uncommon. Again, I have used this, so don't expect it to be absolutely perfect. We've got a toilet. Most Japanese toilets do have a built-in bidet, so you can have a nice clean bottom if that's what you desire. And who wouldn't desire a nice clean bottom? We've got some toilet rolls here. Again, a waste bin. 3 towels in this room. We've got a face towel, a bath towel, and one for standing on just as you get in and out of the bath. And you'll see that this is a very small standing bath. You could sit in there with your knees folded up, but it's actually quite a nice shower. They provide shampoo, gel and conditioner. And here the tap with the sink. This operates the pressure for the shower, this operates the pressure for the tap, and this operates the temperature for both of these. So watch out if you've been having a shower but you want some drinking water from this. Now, even though this is really tight, they have made sure that there's room here for you to stand and get right up to the sink. Sometimes in very small bathrooms, it's easy to find yourself absolutely trapped and banging your head anytime you want to brush your teeth or get close to the sink, but here it all works very naturally. And they also include some amenities. We've got a razor here, cotton wool buds, pretty much everything that you'd need. So let's pop back outside and have a look at the bed. Now, this is actually a reasonable size bed for a small budget Japanese hotel. Definitely comfortable for two, very comfortable for one. Again, I have slept in this last night and it was a really, really good night's sleep. It's quite firm, which is the way I like my mattresses, so I'm pretty pleased with that. Also have a window here which doesn't open. This is only going to open in emergency use only, so we do have air conditioning in this room. I'll show you that in a minute. And here's my view. To the side of the bed, we've got a desk area. Again, it's not going to be very big, but it is big enough to do a bit of work. I've got my own things here because I review cameras. This is what I'm testing at the moment. My sunglasses, hat, reading glasses. These came with the room. They provided a bottle of water, branded APA, some cleaning fluid. Nice big mirror again. This is my travel coffee kit, which I've got a separate video all about. I've got a hand grinder, an AeroPress Mini, and that's my morning coffee. And what makes it particularly easy in Japanese hotel rooms is that they almost always provide a kettle, which is really nice. This is something that you'll find in a lot of European rooms, but not so much if you're traveling in North America. You often get coffee machines, but not an actual kettle. So it is nice to have a kettle here so that you can make your own hot drinks, or you could always, if you're really traveling on a budget or you want something simpler or you're in a hurry, you could get a cup noodle from one of the many convenience stores and just pour some boiling water in here. If you are wondering why the water isn't coming out, you got to press this safety button in the middle, which opens up the spout. Again, the protected remote control, a book that I brought to practice my Japanese phrases. Quite a comfortable chair here, and it's on wheels, which is nice. You can get it in and out very easily. And this allows me to access this drawer. A hairdryer, which obviously I won't need, but quite handy to find it in here. Got a glass, we've got some coffee and other drinks there if you haven't brought your own. Unusually for a budget hotel room, you also get a fridge, but to save power, it is not switched on as standard, but rather than forcing you to scramble around the back of it trying to find out where it's plugged in, look at that, they considerately include a power switch wired up right next to it. That's really considerate, I like that. And here you will also find most Japanese hotel rooms also have pajamas or a dressing gown or a kind of kimono based type sleepwear. Moving towards the side of the bed, you'll notice this control panel, and they kind of have a retro chic to them. This one is quite modern compared to many that I've seen. In the middle we've got the air conditioning control panel, so we can set the temperature here. Let's cool it down, it's a little bit warm in the room, so we can change that. You've also got these buttons which can actually switch off all the lights here. So that's the ceiling light, on and off, the one at the entrance, the bathroom, the desk light, and we'll have a variable light here for the one behind the bed itself. So if you get into bed, you're feeling nice and comfortable, but you think, oh no, I've not turned off the lights, you can operate them all here. We've also got two power sockets, and quite unusually for one of these pre-wired panels, a USB port. It's only USB-A, but at least there is one. I've stayed in a lot of business hotels when I'm in Japan on work, and there is no evidence of USB charging anywhere. So it is important to bring your own charger because you cannot rely on one of these being present, but bonus points to APA for including one of these. You'll also see that there is a torch by the side of the bed. This is pretty common in Japanese hotels because you are in an earthquake zone. So if there is an emergency and the power goes off, grab this torch and make your exit. But it's also these little details. Look at this little piece of origami, this bird, that is so cute. And in case you have a sneeze in the night, we've got some tissues here, a clock and an alarm, and again the bedside light. So there really is everything you need in this room. Let's just have a little seat in the bed and see what we can see. You've got the large TV there, and the rest of the room. So it is small, but I'd say they've done a really good job at maximizing the space. Oh, and at the end of the bed, which is quite unusual, we've got some space for your luggage, and you can also slide this underneath the bed. Do not assume that a budget Japanese hotel will have that room. I've stayed in many where the bed literally goes all the way to the wall, and as soon as you get inside, it's very hard to move around or to put your case anywhere, so this is pretty considerate. But that said, I'd still recommend traveling light if you come here. This is what I travel with. I've just got one backpack and a shoulder bag. I've also got a review of this bag on my Camera Labs channel if you're interested. There are, however, an enormous amount of lockers that you can rent around Japan. So if you do have a bigger piece of luggage and you can't accommodate it in your room, you can just pop it in one of those.
While it's tempting to head straight to the heart of Akihabara once you've checked in, there's a really great specialty coffee shop almost next door to the hotel called Kielo. This serves no fewer than 8 different beans, and they speak great English too, but try learning the phrase "kore o kudasai," which means "I'd like that please," while pointing at pretty much anything you like. For me, it's one of the most useful phrases that I've learned when travelling through Japan.
Right, that's the end of this brief room tour. I hope you found it useful or interesting. I really enjoyed this room. I think I'll definitely be staying at APA again. And if you're interested in any of my other travel videos, please do check them out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.